Okay, so we've done Ducati V4R, Ninja H2. What's the last bike that's the holy trinity of motorcycle YouTube? Well, it's gotta be the R1M, right? Everybody pimps these things out on YouTube. Everybody's always talking about the R1M, and that is for good reason. This carbon fiber electronic suspension, beautiful cross-plane sounding motorcycle is truly one of the apex predator machines available today on the market. And guess what? You ready? You ready? You waiting for it? I know you are. It's a giveaway bike. Yes, we are finishing 2023 off with a ridiculous bang. It's been such a fun year. I've had such a good time doing everything I'm doing here on YamiNoob. I have all of you out there to thank for it, and I really do appreciate it because you guys allow me to own these amazing machines, if only for a brief moment in time. I can never quite seem to keep my hands on one of them for very long because this, yes, is a giveaway bike. Head over to yaminoob.co, get your entries locked and loaded because December 29th is the last day you have to get entered to win this machine. So go and pick out anything you want. We've got our memberships if you want to support everything we do over here. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies, cold weather riding gear, anything you need for your ride, get it over at yaminoob.co and you are not going to regret getting your chances locked and loaded to win this R1M. Now, a bit of a spoiler for you guys. You can see it in the channel name, can't you? YamiNoob. I love the R1M. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. I am stupidly biased towards this motorcycle because I think it's so cool. I loved Valentino Rossi. I grew up watching him race in the mid-2000s. I think his partnership with Yamaha was one of the most iconic. The sound this thing makes is iconic. The way it looks is so cool. And I just have a really big soft spot for Yamaha R bikes. The R1 in particular is having a golden run in World Superbike. Toprak Razgatlioglu is one of the superstars making this thing look absolutely awesome compared to the Ducati V4R, which objectively has a better motor in it. However, that doesn't mean that the R1 is a slouch. Let's learn a little bit more about the specs on this machine and see what we're working with. Without a doubt, the star of the show on the R1M is the 998cc cross-plane inline-4 engine, making 200 horsepower and 87 foot-pounds of torque. This model right here is the homologated superbike version that riders use in World Superbike. You've probably seen superstars just as Toprak Razgatlioglu taking this thing to the battle to Álvaro Bautista, dicing it up and making this thing look like a little 300 the way he chucks it around. The R1 is truly a phenomenal motorcycle. It's been largely unchanged since about 2015, but that is no bad thing. Features a superbike frame, that delicious engine, lightweight and beautiful predictable handling. The coolest thing about the R1 is the way that it handles and the way that it flatters riders when they jump aboard. Obviously you are working with the superbike, so the ergonomics are pretty extreme. I'll swing a leg over this machine at about 5'11", 32-inch inseam. I can flat foot this motorcycle, but just barely. It's a pretty tall seat height, pretty commanding sitting position. You can see here on the bars, pretty tall, pretty aggressive. It's a superbike, guys. It's gonna be doing that for you. So the other cool thing about this bike, of course, if you take a look, is carbon fiber all over this thing. This is a full carbon fiber fairing right here. That is such a cool touch. Really gives it that kind of extra special look and feel. And the other thing you'll notice out of the triple tree over here are two sets of wires for the electronic suspension. Öhlins fork over here, front and rear, electronically controlled. This thing has all the technology to keep you safe on street or on track and flatter you as a rider while you go full pin. Speaking of which, we gotta take a listen to see how this crossplane sounds. So it's got this full Akrapovic exhaust system. You can see it's already blued up here with the titanium. The bike is warm, so we're gonna give it some good revs. Listen to that. This is the meanest sounding superbike, I swear. It never gets old, it sounds so good. there's the obvious question, Yam, why are you giving the R1M away? Haven't you had enough fun with all these leader bikes? Haven't you decided on one yet that you really want to own? And I gotta be honest, as cool as these bikes are, I'm just very attached to my personal motorcycles, and I just can't really find a reason to buy an additional motorcycle. I know that everyone says that N+1 is the correct formula for the motorcycles you need, and equaling the motorcycles you currently have. However, I think that around 3 or 4 is usually the magic number, and any more than that starts to become a bit of a headache. And one day I might sell my Daytona 675R and upgrade to a nice leader bike such as this, but for now, I'd rather buy these, enjoy them, and then give them away to one of you guys out there in the audience right now. It also really helps everything we do here on the channel. You guys get to see some amazing content with some of the coolest bikes on the planet, and then one of you gets to have this motorcycle, which makes the whole thing even cooler. It helps support our memberships, our website, and our content, so I just love doing these motorcycles, and we have a ton of fun doing it. We also saw that through the V4R, you guys got really excited about the high horsepower, truly exotic sort of motorcycle. So don't be surprised if you see more stuff like this on the channel. Now, let me break down exactly how you can enter to win this amazing motorcycle. All you gotta do is head over to yammynoob.co, pick out anything you want. We sell hats, t-shirts, motorcycle gear, helmets, parts, boots, all kinds of amazing stuff. This bike is part of the Expert Bike Giveaway series, so if you're already a member, you're gonna get your entries racked up to win this thing, but you're gonna wanna make sure you max out those entries and get as many entries as possible, because I can guarantee you this is gonna be a popular motorcycle and a lot of people are gonna wanna get entered, so make sure you got your max entries and your max chances to win. On the product page, you're gonna see that there's a drop down to select the R1M as a giveaway motorcycle in the sweepstakes, so make sure you go to the product, select the R1M as a sweepstakes, or if you're signing up as a membership, you're gonna get those entries automatically for the R1M. Even though we're wrapping the year up with this motorcycle, we have no plans of stopping. 2024, you're gonna see even better and cooler motorcycles and a brand new way to interact with the Yammy Noob giveaways that you're not gonna wanna miss out on either. Now, let me walk you through the mods that are already done on this motorcycle and some of the plans we have for it in the very short time that we have this motorcycle here in the shop. So this R1 actually already has a couple really choice parts on it. You can see it's got these aftermarket levers, this full Akrapovic exhaust, which is a very tasty modification, tank grips, some mirror deletes, and actually, funny enough, it came with a smoked windshield, but I actually put on a clear windshield because I despise smoked windshields. But you guys are gonna see in the track review that I had to take it out with the smoked windshield because I couldn't get this clear one in time. The other thing I did, I spooned on fresh Dunlop Q5 tires on this machine because I believe that's one of the best track day sport tires you can get. It also has a nice tail tidy, and honestly, it's pretty close to what I would do with an R1M if I were to own one. Truthfully, I would have gotten some longer levers. I really like longer levers. I don't like shorty levers, but these are high quality levers, so I can't complain too much. In terms of plans and modifications, I think I might end up doing an ECU flash on this machine because it is popping and crackling a little too much for my taste. I'm not sure if that's set up correctly. And I might do a couple refresh mods on this bike as well. Maybe a nice oil change, maybe a brake fluid flush, just some stuff to make sure that it's up to snuff. Because as you guys are gonna see in the track day review, we did experience a little bit of brake fade already on this motorcycle.
I don't have my brakes, baby.
So I wanna get some fresh pads, some fluids, and make sure that we can get some really good brake power from this machine. But guys, truly, thank you again for all of the support we've had here in 2023. It's been the biggest year ever here at Yammy Noob, and I have all of you to thank for it, and it's been so much fun. I really love the community that we've built, and I really appreciate everything that we're doing here. And I'm trying to give back to you guys by giving away some of the coolest motorcycles on planet Earth. So head over to yammynoob.co, get your chances locked and loaded for this R1M. Make sure you stay tuned here in December because it's all about the R1 and R1M content. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.
stopping. Holy crap.
I love being here inside of the warm embryonic fluid of Valentino Rossi. Me and him just sharing foods together. Maybe he's gonna eat some pizza or some pasta here in the hills of Tavullia. But you know where else it's nice and warm and cozy is this next episode of Yammy Noob. You can click on right over here. I'd love for you to watch it. But anyways, I'm gonna stay here hanging out. Me and him might go onto the track later, but I'll catch you guys later.